Welcome back to another video, guys. If you saw the last video, we learned how to fly helicopters from a noob to pro in one lesson, and now I got my boy Reaper here, and we're going to do how to fly jets, fixed wing in particular, and he's going to teach me some techniques to a total noob, someone who has no idea what they're doing. So Reaper, take it away, buddy.
All right, well, I want to start with pray first, YouTube, because this is going to be a little touch and go. We are going to be learning on the Wasp today, everything from takeoff landings to how to use the targeting pods, ground bombing, essentially targets on the go, and air-to-air combat. And we'll just roll with it and get Mav up to speed.
Sweet. I'll be a true Mav.
Yes. All right. Let's start. Go grab a plane. Any plane works except the one behind me. This one's mine.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay, I'll take...
this one's Bertha.
Okay, I see. That's the one with the hacks on it. All right.
Yeah. All right. So before you spin up the engine, essentially what we're going to do is this was true in Arma 2. I don't know if it is in Arma 3. I've just always done it this way. So I could be totally wrong. For takeoffs, ideally you want to have flaps at 1 click down. Landings is 2 clicks down on flaps.
Okay.
Depending on the runway, it is totally unnecessary. Like this, you could do it full on, no flaps, either or, essentially landing and takeoff. So just covering that. As soon as you touch off the ground, you pull your gear up. Pretty self-explanatory there.
Yep.
What I always like to do prior to taking off, and this is just from playing in servers where you got to get off an aircraft carrier quick because there's other pilots, is I always spin up the engine, select air-to-air, and flip on my radar as soon as I am ready to full throttle it. So as long as you've got those keybinds.
And the radar was, I believe I have it. Okay, so I'm good to spin up?
Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin up, go into the taxi. So we're going to go all the way down the runway, take a right, and then spin it to the left. And then we'll get up in the air and start doing some basic maneuvers and whatnot.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Yep.
Engine's on. Okay, so my radar... Get my radar going here. Oh, that's my camera. Okay, real quick before we go, I'm just going to double check my radar, which it would be under plane... No, is it under weapons?
I think it was under weapons, correct?
I don't remember binding a radar, actually.
It's base control R.
Yep, okay, I see it. Okay, I'm going to bound that to here on my HOTAS, and you say get the radar going. Oh, there it is. Radar is on.
Yep. So you're going to shine like a balloon to enemy pilots, but that's kind of the assumption is you're already going to be taking off into a hot airspace. So.
Okay, gotcha. So, but now with radar on, I'm basically a flare to them, but I'll be able to track them as well.
Yeah, in most multiplayer game modes that you're going to be getting up in jets in Arma 3, they're already going to be hovering over the carriers watching, so they know you're there.
Okay.
Regardless. You're showing up on their radar already. They're that close. They're watching either on cams, so it kind of just gives you advantage for your situational awareness.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm down on the runway whenever you're ready to rock and roll.
Yep, I'm just taxiing now at 10% engine throttle here. Making my way.
Yep.
You took a right?
Yep, just keep going straight. I'm looking right at you.
Okay.
You'll take a left to get onto the main runway.
Now, is this radar system, is it basically just RWR? I see the RWR radar flashing on my console there.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I see you. I'm gonna slow her down here.
Another thing to note is the radar is only usable for anybody who has the Arma 3 Jets DLC. Otherwise, you're stuck with sensors and you won't be able to fly the Wasp.
Okay, so you can fly some jets without the DLC?
Yes, you can fly the A-10 Warthog or whatever it's called in Arma 3.
Okay, but this is a DLC jet.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do to start is you're just going to follow me off the runway. I'm not going to use flaps or anything like this for this because we have a nice long. And we're just going to go for a little flight and get used to it up in the air and go from there.
Okay, if you could just pull ahead a little bit, I'll get straightened up behind you.
Yep.
It's definitely touchy.
Am I good?
You're good. I'm with you.
All right. All right, I'm going to send it.
And we going full collective once we hit airborne? Or not collective, sorry,
Yeah.
full throttle. Yeah.
Yeah, just throw full throttle now. Just keep it at full.
Okay, copy. No flaps. You say 300 for airspeed?
I believe for a Wasp to get off the runway, it's 250, and I think to maintain the nose straight without stall, it's 300.
Woo, I'm dead. No, I'm not, somehow. I should be dead.
What happened?
I didn't pull up in time. I hit the things at the end, but it like flipped me sideways, but I'm okay. See, I'm okay. Gears up.
All right, so just stay behind me for a minute, and we're going to do a flyover of Altus.
Okay. Okay.
So obviously we're not contending with G-forces like some simulators, so you can pull the nose pretty hard. If you just want to lock me on the radar to keep essentially it on the heads up to where I'm at, go for it.
Okay.
The way you do that is you press R.
Okay, locked.
All right, that'll also allow you to change targets, but yeah. So the big thing with flying in Arma 3 is you need to just take risks. If you worry when a missile's coming at you that you're going to hit a tree, you're not low enough because you're going to die anyway, especially if you're out of flares in a helicopter or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Most of losing targets in Arma 3 is terrain based. So right now we're sub 300 meters, or at least I am.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm behind you.
And the ground looks a lot closer than it actually is relative.
Okay.
These jets are very capable of pulling up last second and doing some crazy stuff. So I always like to hug the coastlines and the mountains. And you'll see in a second how I'll essentially dip out of your HUD. By just getting low.
Oh yeah, you're off. I can't lock you now. You're off
Yep.
lock. I'm still with you. Oh, now you're completely. Yeah, you just disappeared.
Yep, I'm up in the air now above you. In
Whoa.
front still.
Oh really?
Yep, but that's essentially just basic maneuvers. Is you either want to be really high or really low, just constantly.
Interesting. I'm gonna crank up. I'm just gonna hover, or not hover. I'm gonna fly straight. I'm gonna crank up my view distance here real quick. Oh, it is.
Yeah,
I am way up, but it didn't seem to really matter.
I think it's the multiplayer haze back in the editor. I don't remember how to get through that though, but it's not too necessary because we're not doing anything like guns for the most part.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So the reason you stay high, if you have the option, and the only time you want to do that is if your airspeed's already up, and just that way you can dip low. You essentially have the potential energy sitting up high to be able to change direction very quickly and regain speed. If you're sitting low, you've got the advantage of the terrain and whatnot. So right now I'm right on your nose.
You're on my nose?
Yep. You're about to pass me right now.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. I'm gonna have to adjust my head tracker so when I look up a little bit, it looks up a lot. Because if I try to look up, it goes out of the sensory, and then it auto clicks back.
Yep.
So you're behind me now.
Yep, right behind me. So you'll hear the radar lock noise. It'll appear yellow on your radar.
Yeah, I see that. So that means you got me locked.
Yep. So that's the noise as if it breaks lock. It'll just cut.
I don't hear the sound actually. I just see the flash.
There's no sound?
No.
Oh, interesting. I thought there was. Anyway, it'll turn red if a missile's deployed at you, and it should start screaming at you.
Okay, and I'm just gonna test my countermeasures. Make sure that I know what the key bind is. I believe my countermeasures is that button. Yep. Okay.
Did it just throw a Ciamaron burst?
I did, yeah, I just threw a burst. Man, this looks so nice though. Just like flying over the landscape. So what's the elevation to break lock?
So the way that it was in Arma 2, which is what I'm basing a lot of this off of, is I just applied it over and it seemed to work pretty well, was 30 meters was ground radar detection. If you stayed below it in a helicopter, you just would not get picked up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's less so about how close you are to the ground as to the terrain. So if you can get behind a hill when a rocket's flying at you, and if you can dip by it close, the tracking of that rocket is going to essentially smack the hill and not you.
Right.
Because it's using the same radar tech that I just demonstrated earlier, where when I dropped behind it, you totally lost lock on me.
Man, that's tricky though at speed, eh?
It's more just learn to get comfy with it and take risks. So like bolt towards the ground and see how long it takes you to pull up, and you'll learn real quick what you can do. So what I probably should have had you do before. Okay, you're heading in the right direction. I see you. Come back towards the airstrip, and we'll just use this as a hover around.
Okay, en route. Slow down a little bit here. Now I see a ping on my radar. I'm guessing that's you. You're directly ahead.
Yep.
And there's a line. I don't know what the line is off of your triangle marker.
That's the direction I'm facing.
Your head or your plane? Your plane.
The plane.
Yeah. Okay. So you're facing. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like just learning to read the radar is really helpful.
Yeah. So there's different icons depending what it is. I'll throw a tank out in a second, and we'll do air to ground in the video and whatnot to demonstrate.
So I had you locked, but it wasn't. There was no tone or anything.
All right. So in the top right corner of your screen, what weapon system are you on?
I'm on the minigun.
Okay. So change over to air short range.
Okay. To change. Leave. Oh, that's my radar type. Oh, that's my radar on off. That's my. AMR, AAMR.
Yep, so that is your mid-range, air-to-air mid-range, and then if you go 2 more, you've got your short range.
So what's the AG?
That's air-to-ground.
Air-to-ground, oh, okay.
Pull up some, pull up.
Woo, hello.
Yeah, you're too low.
Okay, so now I hear the tone. I'm locked on, or you're almost locked.
So now watch what happens. I'm going to outrun you for a second. And just keep lock on me. Once I get so far away, it's going to break lock on that short range.
So the AASR short range, copy that.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you locked. And I'm just mid-throttle so you can pull away.
Yep. And you'll see the, if you look at your radar too, whatever you have locked, you can actually see their distance from you and their airspeed.
Oh yeah, I see that. So you're 285 meters and I lost lock.
Yep. So now switch back to the AAMRs, so your mid-ranges.
AAMR, locking. Yep. You're 300 meters away.
Yeah, so now watch what happens as we get closer to each other. I'm air braking and off my throttle. Around the 800 or 600 meter mark, you're going to lose lock.
Oh, I see. You're 3 kilometers from me. 2.5. Okay, I'm picking up speed.
Yep.
I see. That's your elevation that I'm looking at. On the right side, it shows your speed and your altitude.
Yep.
And then on the left, it's showing what you are and your distance. 1.5, 1.2, 1.1. I lost you after a kilometer.
Yep. I think it's right at the 800 meter mark. It quits the lock.
I'm going to turn back to land.
I totally misinterpreted that. I'm like, why are you going to land?
Hello. Okay. I'm heading east 100.
Yep, I'm right behind you.
Okay. So that's cool. I do enjoy this. So this, honestly, like, I knew...
Look up, map. Look up.
I'm looking. Hold on. Oh, yeah, there you are. Hello.
Yeah. What were you saying, though? You enjoy this?
I'm, like, I could fly before, but, like, I didn't understand how any of the weapon systems worked. I didn't know what I need to bound for keys, so this is definitely very helpful.
Yep. So we'll go a bit more into it in a little bit, and then we'll do some firing against each other, and then we'll get some other players in here as well, so we've got actual targets that we can go hunt.
Cool.
What we're going to do first, though, is we're going to do a quick CAS tutorial, which is probably my lowest suit in flying, so close air support. Essentially air to ground, and we're going to do that with both the ground bomb unit and the air to grounds. So haul back towards the runway.
Okay, I'm on your 6.
Once you get to the runway, the Wasp is pretty good. I don't know the technical name. I always just call it a stall formation. So I'll just sit there and I'll circle from starting at about 1,000 meters and just pulling the nose around and around and around into a bank. And you can kind of just sit there and wait, essentially loiter without traveling vast distances or potentially going over an AA emplacement. You are dead in the water if something sneaks up on you, but usually you're watching ground units or whatnot and somebody's going to have a heads up for you.
So that would be like a CAS, like that's how you would perform CAS essentially.
No, this is more just, you're just waiting. So just start banking around the airfield. Just pull your stick hard with your nose slightly down.
And throttle up?
All the way up, all the way up. Okay. You'll notice it's screaming stall on your screen, but you're really not losing that much altitude relative. Your airspeed's pretty low, and you're kind of just sitting in the same place going in the circle, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm literally pivoting around a very small area.
Yep. So pretty much I do this when ground units are cleaning up whatever they need to do, and we're just waiting to move on to the next target. It allows me to watch for them. I am constantly watching the radar when I'm doing this. So if there is a jet, that gets picked up at 8 kilometers out, it at least gives me time to figure out a plan of attack. Usually at this point, it's dive low, full throttle, and get right underneath of them.
Because I guess, you are, when you're doing that rotation, you're sweeping the radar.
Yep. And that's the whole reason I do it, is literally just to burn time. You are burning fuel, which sucks, but you can see absolutely everything coming in, whether it be a tank, helicopter, plane. What's up?
Okay, so the radar, just a question of the radar. What is the range of the full distance of the radar?
I think by default it's set to 16 kilometers. I think that's max range. I could be wrong. I forget the key to change it. I just never touch it. So
basically with the radar I'm looking at right now, at the end of the blue vision marker, I guess that would be 16 kilometers. Like if I saw a dot appear at the end of that.
Yes, right at the end of where your blue dotted line is should be a 16 kilometer, nearly 16 kilometer.
Okay.
I think it's like 14 or 15, but on the actual screen you're seeing a 16 radius.
Okay, so it's a 16 radius. I got you.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you'll see like you can even get pretty low, and then if you notice, oh shit, I'm gonna hit the ground, just fan out, go straight for a second, and pick up some speed, and then start banking again. Yeah,
I'm definitely feeling that. Yeah, I would have been terrified to do this before this video. Like I'd be like, no, I'm crashing.
No. The stall indicator means nothing. Don't believe it.
Clearly, this is not DCS.
No, and it only, in these wasps, it only takes about 2 to 3 seconds to get enough speed to actually, start moving again and not stall, and even pull up if you have to. All right, so here's what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drop a target in the middle of the runway, and then we're gonna go through how your targeting pod and the ground bomb unit works.
Okay.
So just kind of sit over the runway for a minute.
Yep.
And give me a minute so I don't get too far off.
Once we land, I'm gonna change something in my track IR too, so I can look up, because currently it's really hard to look up.
You know what? Go ahead and land for a minute.
Okay.
So the way that I like to do this is I set a shift left click marker at the end of the runway itself.
At the end of it, or where I want to touch it?
At the end of it, at the very end of it.
Okay.
And the reason for that is it gives you kind of an indicator of how far away you are. For me, my biggest problem is always lining up the actual plane with the runway. So I like to give myself, about 3, 4, 5 kilometers, just to be safe.
Yeah, if I can fly directly away from it, this is the way I used to do in DCS. I'd fly directly away from it and then get a bearing, and then I know the opposite bearing is what I needs to be my flight path to be lined up.
Yep, 100%. So if you've flown there, I mean that's pretty much the best you can put it. I always do full flaps down just for that extra little bit of lift and to reduce the airspeed out. Okay. And then usually I'm coming in at about 50% throttle, just in case I do have to pick up and get back up in the air, or if I totally overshoot it and miss it. And you want to touch down around, 300, 250 in the Wasp. I think wheels down is 250. Approach should be around 300.
Okay, so at what point can I flap down?
I always put flaps down as soon as I make my turn in towards the runway from my opposite vector.
Okay, so I'm 12 kilometers out.
And then right when you get over the runway, you want to just cancel all your thrust out and just let your plane gradually touch the ground on its own.
Okay, I'm full flapped, 8 kilometers out, and I'm pulling back. I'm still going pretty fast. I'm still doing 800. I'm going to really try to slow her down here if I can. I'll put the gear down too. That should help me slow down. 600. Speed brake will work for this, right?
Yep.
Woo, yep. That'll do it. Oh, nice. Oh, the heads up displays the runway on this helmet.
Yes. Yep.
Or on this.
It's actually just the jet.
The jet, yeah, that's awesome. That helps a lot, actually. Okay, I'm going a little slow. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to try to.
And then just meet me back over where we originally started.
Okay.
I just got Arma'd.
Did you?
My plane's still alive. I touched one of those little barricade things on the parking lot.
That's
everything's orange and red.
Amazing.
Right.
Okay.
It's all right.
My first landing in Arma. Woo! Clean.
Yep, I'll clip it.
Clean.
That was beautiful.
I'm not even halfway down the runway and I was already stopping.
Yeah, okay. If you look to your right, you can cut directly to me.
Through the grass?
After that shed. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. That was the first time I actually landed in Arma. Well, I've only taken off a couple times in like solo to mess with it, and I could never nail the landings or anything.
Oh, I getcha.
But it's gonna be way better when I fix my track IR, because I'll be able to actually look up. Sort that out as soon as I get back here. Skirt. Okay. Whip open track IR.
All right, do me a favor, shut the engine off if you would, please.
Okay, just stand by. Yeah, that's my pitch is what I need. Pitch. So my pitch has to be quite a bit. I'll go like that. Oh, there we go. There we go. I can look straight up. I can look almost 90 degrees up. I can look 80 degrees up.
Oh, that's perfect.
We'll try that.
Yeah, kill the engine and stay in the jet, though.
Okay, engine off.
All right,
I love this jet.
I don't. Oh yeah, they're beautiful. I don't know what key you bound it to on your HOTAS, but what I want you to do. Nope. Stay in the jet.
I'm in. I just turned it off. That's all it did.
Okay.
Lifted the canopy.
So the base control in Arma 3 is left control, right click accesses your targeting pod. So do that really quick.
Left control, right click.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I know what key that is. I got it here. Yep. I see you.
Perfect. I think I messed up earlier and forgot to tell you another key. So you're looking in the targeting pod right now. On your keyboard, I just want you to left control T really quick.
And okay, that's.
And you see how on the screen it says area now?
Yep.
So you'll see it once we get up in the air, but when you access the camera, it's pretty much just free floating with your plane.
Right.
When you do the area lock, your camera will now track the area that you bound it to.
Okay. Yeah.
So now, if you cycle through your weapons, you'll find laser marker.
Laser marker. Oh, I just had it. Yeah, laser marker.
Yep. So if you turn that on and then use your ground bombs, you'll actually be able to lock that laser marker. And if you just fly overhead, you won't have to try and manually place the bomb. The bomb will guide itself to where that laser is directly.
That's awesome.
So where this comes in really handy is you can set it to area, drop one bomb, move the camera a little to either a second vehicle or second group of people within the same area, drop a second bomb, and guide it in.
Okay. Yeah, it gives them no time to react.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you don't have to make a second pass, especially if something's on your tail.
Yeah.
So I'm going to set something on one of the runways, and we're going to use that, essentially crater it. it's going to be the smaller runway. There's going to be a tank sitting there.
Okay. So that's the is that the runway I landed on, or the the smaller one? Yeah, yeah.
The one that you did not land on.
The one we used to taxi.
Yes. Let me grab a little convoy of vehicles. I'm gonna set there really quick. All right. Let's just grab a couple of civilian cars.
So that's what like the C-130s use when they're just like spinning around, hovering, like doing surveillance or whatever.
Yep. Or if you watched Top Gun Maverick, when they were trying to nail that little box, those are the targeting pods.
Okay. I've been. It's funny because my name is Mav, but I've been meaning to watch that movie. I saw the old Top Gun. I loved it, and I've been really meaning to watch the new one. For some reason, I haven't. This video is going to opt me to do that because yesterday after filming the how to fly helicopters, all I wanted to do was join on our dedicated server and start flying copters, and now I really want to join and start flying jets.
Right. All right. So on the runway, I've set up 4 targets. If you look to your right, your goal is to hit those targets and not the ambulance when we get up there.
Okay.
So I'm going to hop up with you, and we're going to get back up in the air. Do you need to change any more keybinds?
No, I'll just use this. What was it? Control T you called for the area bomb?
Yes.
What is that keybind? I might as well put it on my HOTAS.
I don't actually know what that. Maybe area lock. It's probably in what?
Left control. It's not left control. What was it? Left control and T.
Left control T.
Left control secondary. Left control G.
Let me look with you.
Left control mouse wheel. Left control R. Left control T. Stabilize turret.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna bind that to. That should be on my stick. I think I'm gonna bind it. No, that's my targeting camera. I'm gonna bind it to this button. Perfect. That's good. That's good because they're both on that side of the HOTAS. Excellent.
And then further down.
Go ahead.
What's up? Go for it.
I was just
gonna say. Go for it. Go ahead.
I think the biggest problem that I had before like having anybody tell me anything was the key binding and matching it to the HOTAS. Like that was honestly the most discouraging part.
Oh yeah. I can definitely understand that. All right, so the other thing, if you look straight ahead over by the ATC tower that you're looking at, just to the right of it, I've also put out a I'm totally gonna butcher this, a Kamash BTR.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
We're gonna air to ground that.
Okay.
And I'll walk you through that.
Are you able to turn off the combat fog?
In Zeus?
Potentially.
I don't know. Is that a thing? Let me look it up really quick.
Because that was definitely cumbersome while airborne. Like I had to really rely on the map because I couldn't just kind of look around and have any idea where I was.
Oh wait, there might be a weather module. Give me a minute.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, there is a weather module. Let me see what I can do with it.
I'm just gonna get prepped on the runway.
Yep, solved it. Fog 0.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, that's much better. I can tell already. All right, let's fly some jets. I hear a jet flying over. Or is that just you?
Nope. Yeah, you're hearing my engine backblast. Honestly, if you just turn to the right, you should be able to take off. We'll throttle it. Go for it. Send it.
I got my flaps 1 notch. Should help.
Yep. Just don't pull to the right, whatever you do.
200, 250, 300.
Start pulling up.
Pulling up. Yep. We're good. Flaps up. Gear up.
All right, so now point on your on the center of your HUD. You'll see on the left side you have your speed, and on the right side you have your altitude. But in the middle, you'll see other notches. Aim it at about 0, so you're heading straight, or at least you know you're heading straight.
Okay, that'd be the attitude indicator.
Yep, And then do your targeting pod. Access your targeting pod and just give it a look through.
Okay. Oh, I'm set to area right now, so we want to switch off area. Okay, so I'm actually looking behind my plane currently.
Yep. So one other thing that's nice about this is if you press N twice, you have thermals. One click is night vision.
Ooh. Ooh, yes.
Yep.
Very nice.
So I'm actually watching your plane right now in my targeting pod.
So how do I'm stuck on how do I turn the camera?
Normally you would use your mouse, but I think you could bind that to your HOTAS as well.
Yeah, I will, but for the time being I just want to point it straight ahead.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so let's head back towards the runway.
Okay, I'm going to bank left.
And once we bank back towards the runway, sit at about 50% throttle and get down below 1K. Just that way you can see.
Okay. And I'm going to
And
go
as we're about to pass over the runway, what I want you to do is left control, essentially access to the targeting pod, and then I want you to lock the area of the vehicles.
On our first pass?
Yes, that's when I want you to lock it.
Okay. And should I be in bomb?
No, just what laser marker is fine for now.
Laser marker, okay, copy. I'm 9 clicks out.
Do 100% throttle until you get about 4 or 5 away. Just that way this doesn't take 7 years.
Okay, I'm 5 away. Closing in. 3.5. I'm going to pull back throttle just so I can get a good lock.
And whatever key your zoom in is, you can do the exact same in the targeting pod to actually look at it closer.
Oh, it's on that runway, right. Okay, got area locked. Oh, nice area lock, too.
All right, so
It's
now
perfect.
I want you to turn your laser marker on.
Okay, what's the keybind for that?
You just click as if you were going to fire.
Okay, it's on.
All right, perfect. So now I want you to just keep flying in the direction that you're heading.
Yep.
And I want you to switch to bomb. Now, on your screen, you're going to see a big circle and a small circle, okay?
Yep.
The big circle is relatively where the bomb is going to land as if you fired it manually.
Right.
So, when you turn around, make sure your radar is on. As you start getting closer, you can actually lock your laser marker where it's pointing. So you want to sit about at 1 kilometer, and as you're flying right over the target, make sure you're locked, drop the bomb, and then switch to your targeting pod, and you should see the area of effect.
Oh, I see. So I gotta put the bomb. I gotta put the targeting area in the big circle when I do it.
No. So that's if you were gonna fly manually, like essentially manually drop a bomb without the targeting pod. Is you use that big circle. But for the purpose of this, if you fly right over it about 1 kilometer up in the air, and you've got that laser marker of yours locked up, your bomb will track that laser marker and impact right in there. It's guided.
Right. Okay. Okay, yeah, so now when I'm in the camera, I have the red laser, so that means that my laser guiding is set or my laser guide is on, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just going to try to achieve 1 kilometer. I'm at 600 meters and climbing. I'm 12 clicks out. I'm going to go full throttle.
Yep.
I still wish that I could see farther. I really wish that I could see.
That's something in the editor I'm pretty sure we'd have to change.
Yeah, because I'm set all the way maxed out. I can't believe I'm not getting any lag, honestly. Okay, I'm 8 clicks out from target.
You should start being able to lock your laser marker shortly.
How do I lock the laser marker?
Just press R, just like you would another jet.
4 kilometers. Oh, I see it. Drop. When do I drop? Right over it?
Yep, right over it and just drop.
Dropped. And watching.
Right.
I missed. I went too far. It hit way. Okay, so I was too close to it when I fired.
Yep.
I end up splashing the water. Okay.
No worries, you got another one.
So I'm gonna fire it relative to the big circle ish, just so.
Yeah.
Because I was going really fast too when I went by. It looked like a big ass bomb. Not gonna lie, it looked huge.
It is. It is.
So would you typically do a flyover to laze it and then return?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay.
And then I even try and just manually guide it a little bit just to make sure that it's going to impact where it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Also, kill your speed. It makes it a bit easier.
Okay. Killing speed. I'm 5 clicks out. 800 meters up.
So I just killed the ambulance
Okay. Nice.
just as a demo. But yeah, you want to point that big circle just in the general direction so that way you know that it's going to kind of get there, and then let the laser do the rest.
Okay. Firing.
I'm coming around to watch the effect.
Good hit.
Good hit.
Nice.
Good hit.
Nice. That was very satisfying. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the thing is, like, it literally takes 2 passes, and you can do it from a pretty low altitude.
Yeah, I was actually really when I dropped it, I was like, oh, that's gonna hit the runway way early, but it didn't. It guided really nicely.
Yeah, so that's where you can use that big circle, because that's telling you real time. If you drop it right now, it's roughly gonna hit within this area.
Yeah.
With the velocity and momentum of it.
Okay, so that is air to ground. How about air to air?
So one more thing with air to ground. You know where I placed that tank, that dummy tank?
Oh yes, yes.
I'm gonna put a real crew in it. And the way that you'll do it is you'll lock it exactly like you would an aircraft. It'll lock up on the air to ground, and when you hear tone, you fire.
Okay. And now,
So
I did the area camera on it just on a flyby.
Yep, not even necessary, but you can keep that there. So get out away from it a bit. I'm going to spawn you one in.
Okay.
And I want you to kill it.
And what am I using for this one?
Air to ground.
And I can turn my laser marker off?
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Okay, air to ground. I got four rockets or bombs for it.
It's going to be a Marshall.
And then again, I hit R to lock?
Yep, R to lock.
Okay.
And you got to be careful. So it'll tell you what it is in your loadout, like not loadout. I'm sorry, in your radar menu.
Yes.
If
okay.
you notice that it's something that's an AA vehicle, you probably want to be very careful about how you go about engaging it.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it will bite back essentially.
Okay, I'm 5 clicks out and I'm seeing it on radar. Or no, that's
Make sure it's
you.
not me.
That's you. I'm seeing.
Are you on air to ground?
I am on air to ground. I see like a checkered circle, which I believe is the target.
Yep.
Because I do see you as well. And the lock is just R.
Yep.
I gotta pull up some here.
I don't remember what the relative range is.
I'm 2 kilometers. I can't get a lock yet. I'm going pretty slow just so I don't muck this up. I can't get the RWR lock.
It's not locking?
No, I didn't lock. I think that I just... It is blue 4. Okay, let me try again. Yeah, I didn't get the lock. That's on AG Macer 2s, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop in an op for one and see why it's not working.
Yeah, see if you can get it to register. Take it back around.
Is it not manned?
Oh, does it have to be? It has to be manned, maybe?
It shouldn't. I can usually target Jeep Wranglers and whatnot, and I can't get a lock for some reason.
Okay, so it's not just me. I'm checking on area camera. I see the tank, but...
What I might even do is go land on the ground and get in one, just so I know why, like... Oh, no, I can get the lock on it. Yep.
Okay, you were pretty close when you did, were you?
Yeah, I was pretty low, too.
Okay, let me try again. I'm coming around. I'm just gonna...
I think it might... Their engine may not have been on. That might have been it.
Where's this? I think he's somewhere around there. I'm just trying to shift marker.
I'm flying over him in 3, 2, 1, over him.
Copy. Marked. 1.7 clicks. Oh, I just fired a rocket by accident.
Oh.
Sorry, that's coming your way.
No, you're good. It's not on me, is it?
No, no. Okay, so I did not lock again. He's definitely down there. I see the crewman. Try it one more time here.
Do a really low pass over him and see if you can get the vehicle to turn on. That might be it. He just might not have his engine hot.
I mean, I just went over him, like, I almost hit the ground.
Interesting. Alright, try and make a pass on him, otherwise I'll get in the vehicle and drive it out on the runway.
Okay. Looping back. See, I'm seeing, like, the checkered circle to tell me, like, there's something there.
The checkered circle might be your targeting pod, because that shows up on the HUD.
Oh, you know what? It is. It is. For sure it is. Bleed off my speed here a little bit. I'm gonna try to nosedive him.
I'm on the ground. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna get up in one real quick.
Oh, I crashed. Whoops. There goes me sliding down the runway. I like the insta spawn.
Yeah, you might have you almost got him with that.
Oh, yeah, I was mashing R and I couldn't get the I couldn't get nothing from him.
Here. Oh, you know why? I oopsed.
Why's the why?
It was an empty vehicle.
Oh my. There was a crewman around it, but they weren't in it.
Oh.
Oh god, I'm going
no,
too fast.
those crewmen were the one that I killed. Wait, no. Interesting. They all got out.
Yeah, they ejected for some reason. Was it disabled or something?
No. Here, I'm gonna get myself in one. Just give me a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I know you'll be able to lock that.
Flaps on. Flaps. Okay, here we go. Meanwhile, while I'm going. Can you put him in the same spot? Because I got a marker on that.
I'm on the runway right now. I'll drive over to it.
Okay. Four clicks out. Two clicks.
You should be able to lock me up soon if you're on air to ground. Just make sure you're going really slow. Like, kill your throttle off as you're at 1 kilometer. Oh, I see you.
See,
yeah, you should be able to lock me.
No, I can't. I can see you're a green dot on my HUD, but I can't get it won't lock with R. Did I change my... Whoops, I just dropped flares.
I don't know. Let's not dwell on it. We'll figure it out later, but that is how you do it.
Okay.
Let's go on to the air-to-air portion.
Okay.
I'm running back over to my jet.
So...
This is going to be what?
It's going to be fun. So we're looking at... so is there a long-range air-to-air?
No, they did not include that in Arma 3 because those... I believe modern long-range missiles have a range of... It's 60 miles or 60 kilometers. Don't quote me on that, though. I think that's accurate.
Okay. Okay, so we have medium range and short range.
Yeah. Yeah, but with long ranges, you'd be able to touch somebody across the map.
Yeah, yeah. They couldn't include that. It would be too much.
Yeah. Well, not to mention, you'd know like 3 years in advance something's coming at you.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm spinning back up.
Yep, I'm just doing the flat spin around the runway here.
You're good. I gotta try and miss all these vehicles on the runway. All right, I'm up.
I see it. I'm on your 6.
All right, so do you want to get shot at first, or do you want to shoot first? Is the real question.
Well, I'm behind you currently, so...
No, you're not.
Oh, I see.
It's up to you.
I'll shoot first because I'm
All right, pull up.
I'm pulling up.
All right, so the way that this is gonna work is I gotta get little bit more speed. So fan off behind me a bit.
Oops.
And lock me up whenever you're ready.
I need to set a lock button. That's what I gotta do.
Yep.
Okay, you're locked.
Okay. Make sure you're on mid ranges.
Nope, I'm on short range. Mid range. Did I? Oh, I did make a lock button. Got it.
Yep. All right. So the way I like to do that, actually, you know what? I'll explain that when I'm shooting at you. But pretty much whenever you're ready, let one mid range off.
Copy. Fox 1.
Miss. Drop another.
So did you flare it? Is that why it missed?
Flare and terrain.
Okay, so
go ahead and shoot one right now.
I'm too close. Okay, firing.
And good hit.
Oh,
I'm not dead though.
Okay.
So try and use your short range to kill me now.
So were you just late on your flare? Is that why?
Just luck. It happens. But the plane's still totally landable. It's just everything's a little sluggish.
Oh, there you are. I can't get you on. Oh, you're far away from me. I gotta hit you with long range again or medium range.
Yep, go for it. Miss. So you kind of want to close your distance to me, pretty much the minimum. And then, yep, there you go. You probably got me here. Nope, miss. I'm gonna hit the ground. Oh, nope. Good kill.
Was that a splash or was that just you end up hitting the ground?
I was more focused on pulling up than flares. You hit me.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, let me get back up in the air.
That's fun.
Yep. So realistically, the reason you hit me that second missile was due to the distance. You had a really good distance, and that's why you couldn't fire your third one. You were too close.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, yeah, because I was focusing on closing the gap.
Yeah. So at that range, you're pretty much you don't give a lot of time to respond to either the jet, the pilot, or the flares. That missile is coming hot at you. I mean, those things are closing. So if you don't either dip right behind something or manage to throw out a ton of flares to confuse it, you're just not going to win.
Right.
And that's kind of what it comes down to at the end of the day. So your turn.
Oh boy.
So I'll explain first some defensives, what I do. Essentially, what you want to do is when you notice that that missile's coming at you, dive, bank, let off a flare right away, all in the same motion. If that flare, and essentially you want to watch your radar, as that flare chases you, not flare, the missile chases you, bank some more, throw off more flares. You've got 240, you might as well use them, because if you go down, any ordnance in the plane is worthless.
Right.
So if that missile's fired from a distance out, fire one set of flares. If you notice it's still on track to you, fire another, and kind of give a good, 5-10 seconds between them, if that makes sense.
Yep. Are you taxiing or are you taking off there?
I'm going to taxi the opposite direction, just to give you a little bit of time. So bank around and start running.
Okay. I'm running and I'm scared.
The best way to put it is use your terrain. So if you can dip below a hill, that missile's probably going to get lost on you.
And can I see people behind me on radar? I can. Yeah, I think I can see you.
Yep.
But it shows.
Because I got you locked right now.
Do you? It doesn't. It's not. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
All right. So that is not what you wanted to do, because now I mean, I could have tapped you with the guns. I'm right on your ass.
Oh, I see. Because I banked. I shouldn't have turned back towards you.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Noted.
So like right here, you'd be dead with these short ranges. There's nothing you can do to miss these.
Try to find some hills.
Yep. I'm gonna kill some speed. Alright. Once it hits 2 kilometers, I'm going free.
Copy that.
Alright, 2 kilometers, I'm coming at you.
Godspeed.
Alright. Missile 1 away. Get low, get low. Did it miss?
Yeah, it missed.
All right, good job. All right, next one's coming at 2 kilometer mark. Firing.
Missed.
Good job. All right. Mid-range, close, 870 meters, firing.
Hit. Good splash.
Yep. So notice how at 2 kilometers you got a lot of time to respond, right?
Yes. Oh, my engines are... I can barely do anything now.
Oh, you're definitely dead now. Oh, Jesus, you missed.
Oh, wow.
See, and that's what I was talking about with the terrain. You're so low that it just confused the missile.
There we go. Nice. Okay, I like that. We're out of jets, though.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, we've been going for 53 minutes. We'll wrap it up here.
Do you want to go against some players? Hunting real quick? Just a 10-minute excursion?
Kind of. Let's do this. Let's wrap the video because we are almost an hour, and then you and I think we pull Navix in and maybe Rainy, and we do a little 2v2 action.
Oh, I'm down for that.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
100%.
So yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in this kind of content, be sure to check out the rest of the channel and check out the Discord link in the description if you want to get in on our dedicated server and join the Discord community, which is growing rapidly fast. And are you gonna suicide on me?
I wasn't planning on it,
okay,
but I was just going to fly over.
Oh, I love that sound. That's awesome. That's so awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.